Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here on the Piney podcast. I know this isn't our normal format, but I have to use the computer to show you some things. I'm not just BSing when I say that when it comes to the beer virus, the media, and I'm just concentrating on the local media here, but it's a microcosm of what's happening nationally. They're focusing on the deaths, even though things are getting better. Okay, so you can go to covid19.nj.gov for the live updates, and you can see the actual numbers. And you can see that our percent positivity, which I guess is just total positives versus total negatives, and people who have recovered. It's down to 41% as they test more and more people. So that's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And you can see it by counties, and the numbers are not going to make you happy. I mean, there's been a lot of deaths, but the trend is downward. The trend is downward in new cases, and yet here are the headlines within the last 24 hours on some of the sites. Mystery remains as New Jersey nursing home beer virus deaths keep rising. There's not a mystery. This isn't a mystery. Nursing homes and the people in them are very vulnerable to this. The death rate amongst people of this age group is much, much higher than everybody else. And as I talked to you yesterday, there's evidence to suggest that there is reasons that people are just writing down the beer virus on the death certificates because they're kind of lazy, they're overwhelmed, a lot of people are dying. It doesn't make it good or bad, it just makes it dishonest, and it's giving people this impression, oh my God, everybody is dying. There are, unfortunately, a death rate amongst old folks' homes, and I'm not sure what that is. I probably should have looked that up before I went down this path. But the point is, a certain amount of... I know, Joan. I know. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. I know a certain amount of people die every day in these old folks' home, and that they're terrible. Hey, most of them. So we have to understand that this is being exaggerated, in my view. That's just my view. And the media is feeding that because they want these headlines. New Jersey reports highest single-day death toll, with parks, golf courses set to reopen on Saturday. What do you think this is? This is, oh my God, the death toll's going up, and yet you're opening the parks and the golf courses? Are you crazy? Better read this article. Town by town, beer virus cases and deaths in North Jersey. New chart shows town-by-town breakdowns of cases and deaths across New Jersey. Beer virus latest daily deaths surpassed New York for second straight day as death toll tops 7,500. This is fear-mongering, plain and simple. Now, why are they doing it? They're doing it for clicks. So you click on this article and go, oh my God, the second straight day, are you crazy? But the after effect of this is... you're afraid, you're stressed out, you think that the governor is crazy for opening stuff up, and this is influencing people back the other way. Geez, maybe we should wait another week. Maybe we should wait another month. No. The truth is, if you are not elderly, there is over a 95% chance, like it's astronomical. If you don't have any underlying health conditions, you're healthy and you're under the age of, let's say, 60, you are in the group that's got over a 98% chance of surviving. The death rate is less than a percent. It's over 99%. Okay? It's over 99%. Unless you have a heart condition, unless you have diabetes and you're obese, unless you are in your 80s and have other conditions. If you have a weakened immune system. These are all things we've known since the beginning. The people who are dying are those people. And yes, There are some exceptions, and it's scary. I get that. But those cases are extremely rare. And because they're rare, it's very likely that they are connected to some sort of underlying medical condition that the person either didn't know about or hasn't been discovered in the person now that they've passed. And whether or not the family's going to bother to even have an autopsy, I mean, think about your own family. If someone were to unexpectedly die during this time, and they were sick, you may or may not have the autopsy because it may or may not matter to you. Really? I mean, does it matter what they really died of when you think about it? Probably not. You're too busy grieving. And by the time it's all over, they're in the ground, and are you going to dig the person up just to get a statistic? No. This is the media trying to get more clicks, and I'm sort of annoyed that this is happening, because we really need to open stuff up, because the down the stream effects are going to be real. And New Jersey and New York, look, we had more cases. There was more of an outbreak. I get it. We were all on board with the first month. No problem. We're not blaming you, Phil, Cuomo, these other guys. We're not blaming you. But the longer you keep this locked down, the longer you put all these barriers up just to get back to work. I mean, you're talking people are going to go out of business. People are going to commit suicide and have committed suicide over this. It's going to get a lot worse. You're going to see more crime, more drugs, more despair. We don't want more despair, okay? I get it. You know, people have to social distance. People have to wear the mask. I wore the mask back in January. But it's time to open things. And it's time to say to the media, please stop scaring people. Please stop reporting just the deaths as your top headline. There is good news. The positive cases have gone down 5 straight days. Okay, we're under 3,000 for 5 straight days, and they're doing more testing. Okay, so based on that metric, it was most likely it was spreading even worse back when they started the testing, but they didn't have enough tests to even keep up with it. Now we've got a situation where they've got even more tests out there, more testing centers, and they've only got less than about 2,500 a day now. That's what we're down to. In a week or so, we're going to be down to under 1,000, or under 2,000, I should say. At this rate, another week of this, we'll probably get first under 2,000. And again, these positive cases are most people who are like, they pulled up in a car, they got tested, they went home, they have a cold, seemingly, they get tested, they get a call. You're positive. Stay at home for the next 14 days or until you're better. You're going to have to be tested, blah, blah, blah. And they do. They self-quarantine. They isolate themselves from their families. Now all their family members have to get tested. It spreads very easily. But the thing is, no one is likely to die. So, this is slightly worse than the flu. There are some much things we don't know about. There are some people who have organ damage. I'm not discounting any of that data. But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the big overall thing, we cannot destroy the economy. We cannot people are going to lose their homes. Okay? We look a year down the road and people start losing their homes. Do you want that? Do you want to drive down the street again, as I did in my neighborhood, and see for sale, for sale, for sale, for sale, for sale? That was a scary time. I was struggling. We were struggling to keep the house, and lots of people were selling their house. We didn't know what was going to happen. That day could happen again. The longer you keep these places closed. You want to help some people, Phil. Stop property taxes for a few months. Stop them altogether, I say, as a libertarian, but at least stop them for a few months. Give people some money back. When I was paying my mortgage, I was paying more on taxes than I was on the actual mortgage. That would be like a 50% discount for me. Now, for some people, it wouldn't be that much, but it would help them a great deal. So you got to help people keep their homes. You got to let them open their businesses again. They're going to need time to work things out, how they're going to put up plexiglass and get a big supply of masks and disinfect it and put tape on the floor so people could social distance, and they're going to have to go into their restaurants and move the tables further apart and take some tables and chairs out. It's got to happen, Phil. Don't delay it. Start now. So, sorry for my rant. I'm going to end on a positive note. One of the most positive notes I've seen in a while. This would have been the entire podcast had we not been going through this. Olga's Diner is back, baby. Yes. Olga's Diner was a landmark in South Jersey for decades. I went there with my friends back in high school, back in the day, before they closed. Now they're opening, and unfortunately they've reopened now. Oh, they can't catch a break at Olga's. But it was the place to go for many years in South Jersey because it's at the nexus of Route 70 and Route 73. Now, I believe they've moved it a little bit, and it's not quite at the point anymore because the circle is gone. But, this was a South Jersey institution for a long time. This started my love for diners, and I am ready to go to Olga's. This is something that's going to make me go out. Can I go out today? Are they actually physically open today? The diner, which reopened on Route 73 in Marlton last year, reopened on Thursday for delivery and curbside pickup. So I may have to do that. I'm going to check out their menu here. Let's see. Is this just a menu link, I hope? I hope I don't... Oh, it's on Facebook. Okay. This is their Facebook menu. So, breakfast all day. It's a classic diner thing. So if you want to get breakfast, they got vegan options. No, thank you. Sandwiches, turkey club, classic. BLT club, classic. Cheeseburger, cheesesteak, chicken parm sandwich, love it. Patty melt, another diner classic. Italian chicken cutlet. Ooh, that sounds nice. I don't like the roasted red peppers, but everything else. Mozzarella sticks, French fries, chicken soup, of course. Garden salads, Greek salads, chicken Caesar, Cobb salad, entrees, chicken parmesan is on the top, baked meatloaf. These are all classic. Chicken croquet. These are all classic diner fare. And I guess you can get these all to go, along with some strawberry cheesecake and penny vodka. It all looks good. So bravo, Olga's, for opening back up again. I hope this crisis doesn't permanently close you, because we can't take another 30 years without Olga's. That's it for the Piney Podcast, South Jersey. Hang in there. We're almost there. We're almost there. This is a great sign. This is a great sign when Olga's Diner is opening back up. That is like, it's like an omen, a South Jersey omen, that good things are on the horizon here. We'll see you next time, Pineys.